Breaking, FCT Minister Wike revokes 165 plots of land in Abuja over failure of their allotted owners to develop the plot. Can you imagine? FCT Minister Wike has revoked these lands because the owners failed to develop them. So the affected plots are situated within some districts in the FCT, namely Central Business District, Maitama A05, Maitama A06, Wuse 2 A08, Gugu B01, and Wiye B03. Okay, owners are Jabi, others are Jabi B04, Otako B05, Katampe Extension B19, Idu Industrial Area C16, and Asokoro A04. So all these properties have been revoked just because the owners failed to develop them. How will this go down well? What does the Land Use Act say? And I wonder how this is going to be. And taking another post, they said this land belongs to prominent politicians in Nigeria, including Peter Obi as well. And the thing is that this land that been revoked are actually truly allotted to these people, but they're saying they have not been developed. Again, what does the Land Use Act say? What does the law say? I just hope that, again, this is not Ajagungbale. They might have a legal backing for what they're doing, but at the end of the day, it's going to be a case of Olegba. You know, that's in Yoruba land. That thief, thief carry, thief bring, or thief take, you know. So the way it is, you know, in Lagos, Ajagungbale matter, when somebody has bought land, the next thing they will go back behind and want to claim it. So, and again, this land that these people are collecting in Abuja now, in the name of government, using the law, if it is true that using the law, what are they going to do with the land? Who are they going to give it to? Because I see a situation where, just like Abacha's loot, they recover it from abroad, and it comes to Nigeria, and in Nigeria it gets lost again. Up to now, nobody can give account of how they have spent all the Abacha loot that have been repatriated back in Nigeria. So as it lands here, it enters into another one chance again. I'm sure this is how these lands are going to be. If it is true that these lands are to be revoked based on law, then the question is, what are they going to do with the land? The question is, who are going to be the new owners of the land? Because it means that they will resell this land to other people. And when they resell, will they refund the money of these people to them, or they will claim both their money and their land? We just need to be sure. If you are collecting the land from them, then you should refund their money back. That is it. If the law does not say they should refund their money back, or the Land Use Act does not state that they should refund their money back, then it becomes another fraud. That is the truth on the part of government. That's because in Nigeria, when they do law, they leave a loophole there, you know, for something else to ride on. If they are collecting the land, they should refund their money. That is it. And then resell it to someone else that is ready to develop. That is what they should be doing. Or they resell it immediately and then refund the proceeds to someone else, because all you're after is not the money, or should not be the money. It should be the development that is to be enjoyed by the environment. So I just hope that this land will not be taken back again. Somebody is saying here, it does not start from Wike. That is what all the past ministers usually do. Mr. Wike will set the people against this government if these actions continue unrestrained. This man is highly partisan and has plans for his pound of flesh from APC. Abi, very soon the result will call himself. Wike revokes their land since they don't want to develop it. Okay, he revoked their land. This wicked man has started seeing himself as God, but time will tell. That is why he gave our vote to Tinubu, so Tinubu will give him FCT minister so that he will deal with his enemies. Go on one day now, one day, Abi. If he didn't they eat, didn't they eat? Which have they didn't they? Now wow. Let federal government give them money, develop their land, have you? My own is, if you think you want to take the land because they didn't develop it, then you should sell it, okay, and give them their money back. Give them their money back. Don't collect the land and collect the money. But my fear again is that by the time he takes this land, who is going to inherit it? Because they are likely going to share it among themselves. That is it. They are going to share this land, obviously, among themselves. They are going to share this land among themselves. Eh? They are going to share this land among themselves. Just like I said earlier, is something going to be similar with Abacha's loot. Okay? When Abacha's loot were repatriated back to Nigeria, nobody saw it. They just do abracadabra, and the next thing, the money is spent. Where did you spend the money on? Nobody knows. How much did you spend? Nobody knows. So I see Ajagungbale in action. Okay? Because the question is, the Tinubu that is working with Wike, now can Wike prove that all the land that he has in Port Harcourt have all been developed? That's the question we should ask ourselves. Both his cohort, okay, all the ministers that are working with Tinubu now, are they telling us that all their lands in Abuja have all been developed? All their lands in Lagos and Port Harcourt have all been developed? Or is it only Abuja that is the culprit? Now, the Tinubu himself that Wike is working for, can he tell us that all the land he has in Lagos have all been developed? Because I know that he owns almost half of Lagos. Can he prove that all the land he has bought in Lagos, can he prove that all his cohorts in Lagos, starting from Lagos State Governor, all the lands they have in Lagos have all been developed? And what is going to happen to those lands? That is the question. The Tinubu ministers, the senators, and the key political class in this administration, all their lands they have in various parts of Nigeria, have all been developed? Have they developed all of them? That is the question we should ask ourselves. So why Abuja? And why are we focusing on? Because they are going to use this to fight opposition. I think if you look at the names of most people that are involved, they are names of PDP and Labour Party people. Okay, either old members or new members of PDP and Labour Party. Because I think I saw something like Peter Obi there, names like Lee and Imoke there, and some other people. And these are PDP and Labour Party key figures. I just pity what Wike is doing. Where it has always been the same case in Nigeria, where the government in power will always take a pound of flesh from its opposition party members. That is it. It's always, every government institution has always been used to witch hunt opposition. And that is what I see here. It's going to be a case of witch hunt, but how long will this witch hunt take place? That is the question. Even though what they're doing is right by law or by the Land Use Act, how are we sure they are doing it judiciously? How are we sure there's no sentiment in this action? And how are we sure they are cutting across every fabric of people involved without favoritism, nepotism, and all this kind of thing, and without sentiment? Because I see sentiment also in this thing. It's going to be a very bad one. Thank you for listening. Let's have your comment. That is what is happening. Wike now collecting all the land from key political figures in Abuja because they say they have not been developed.